Hello, welcome back. My name is Semicolon, and today we have our first installment of our War Within gold making update. So it is August 27th. The War Within's been out for not even a full week by now. And I've been doing a lot of selling, a lot of crafting, and a lot of spending. So it'll be interesting to see how this goes. I don't really think I've made profit per se. Well, I guess it's probably worth unpacking that a little bit just so we can all kind of have the same expectations when we go into emptying my mailbox. So first things first, I just want to go to my war bank because I forget exactly how much money I have in here. I think it might be zero now. Yeah. Okay. So I started off with 4 million gold on in my war bank, and basically with that 4 million gold, I leveled up in inscription and jewel crafting on this character. I leveled up in not enchanting, engineering and alchemy, and then I ended up dropping the engineering, so I wasted several 100,000 gold at least doing that, unfortunately. Um, and then I've leveled up professions on several other characters as well. And with some of these other characters, really like kind of what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to set myself up for gold making long term. I know there's been a shit ton of gold to be made for some people within the first few days of this new expansion. But I wanted to go a little different route for like knowledge points. So like for an example, in my inscription, I started putting knowledge points for missives. Um, so, like right now, it's kind of a worthless thing to do. Missives won't be super in demand until people start crafting, in-game gear, that kind of thing. But my hope is that I'll be fully ready to go and can be the most profitable as possible crafting missives once they are super relevant. Um, I also want to get closer to being able to guarantee that the max rank missives, and so I'm going the more long term route rather than short term profits. But with that being said, I have been able to do a lot of selling over the past few days. There has been a lot of profit opportunity within these professions, just kind of here and there. And if you didn't see, I posted a video yesterday just kind of going over jewel crafting and how I am going to be approaching jewel crafting in the War Within. And over the coming week or so, I plan to do that with pretty much every crafting profession. I don't think there is a crafting profession I'm not going to do that with. But every profession that I'm actively going to be using, I'm going to just cover it and go over, draw some similarities between War Within crafting and Dragonflight, and kind of talk about what my approach is with that particular profession. So my point is I'll get a little bit more in depth in terms of recipes in those profession-specific videos. But with Inscription in particular, Boundless Ciphers have been profitable for me. And I also was able to get the multi-craft missive pretty quickly out of the gate, and I've made some decent profit with that. Nothing crazy by any means, but it has been nice. But ultimately, I've just been checking out pretty much every different crafting profession with the exception of like tailoring. That's one that I kind of just started up yesterday. So pretty much jewel crafting, alchemy, jewel craft, inscription. Geez, I guess really those are my main ones that I've been touching. Oh, also obviously blacksmithing and leatherworking. I've been making some profits with those as well. So I'm really just checking out every single profession right now and having a good time. So I want to go through and empty my mailbox just because I think we can expect around 4 million gold in profit from this mailbox emptying. I'm hoping it's 4 million. Coming into the expansion, I had like right around 6.5 million gold. But I gifted the game to a couple of people over the past couple of days. So that has kind of eaten into the amount of gold that I have as a whole. So that's been kind of, I mean, I'm happy to do it, but, and I want to do it, but it eats into the profits when it's such an important time. Well, not eats into the profits, but eats into the opportunity, I guess. Looks like we're going to be right at about 4 million by the time all these auctions get emptied. Um, so I'm actually super happy with that. Like I said, I started with 4 million, definitely wasted gold. So I've probably made like a million in profit. Looking at it from a wide angle perspective. And I'm going to be continuing in the War Within what I was doing in Dragonflight. I want to stick to commodity and do commodity crafting. Once I kind of have a whole system in place for commodity crafting, then we'll start exploring, potential other options for gold making. Don't forget, I do stream twitch.tv/semicolon23, as well as when I do stream, they are streamed to YouTube as well. So if you'd like, you can subscribe on YouTube to catch those future streams. I am also working on, if you are familiar with my Dragonflight content, I'm working on a gold making cheat sheet for the War Within as well. And so essentially how that's going to work, and I can pull up my Dragonflight one just to give an example. But it's going to have a price source, so you can go into the price source on the sheet. So here's the Dragonflight one. So you could update all these prices, and then depending on what profession you are wanting to do, it's going to tell you what the profitability of those different crafts is. So I'm working on this right now for milling and unraveling, and eventually we're going to get to essentially every relevant recipe within all of the crafting professions. So if that's something that you'd be interested in having access to, literally all you have to do is be a viewer and follow up once the sheet becomes available. And I'll make early versions of the sheet available, and it'll kind of just be a living sheet, so to speak. So as time goes by, I'll add additional features to it. So that will also be linked in my Discord. And then on top of that, I've got TSM groups. Now, they're not really existent fully right now, but these TSM groups will become available in Discord as well. So that's my whole thing is I enjoy gold making. But I really enjoy just helping people out and talking about what I do and explaining, what I'm doing to anybody that's willing to listen. So, if you're interested in learning more or just, intrigued with the journey, definitely subscribe. Would love to have you, and also would love to see you at one of my future streams. Again, that's twitch.tv/semicolon23. Stay tuned. More gold making update videos to come, gold guides, plans for the War Within, all that fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this quick little update video, and we'll catch you in the next one. See ya.